I'm Craig Everett Earl. I'm writer-producer of the movie Intrusion, Disconnected.
I'm Katie Stewart, and I'm the lead actress for Intrusion Disconnected.
I'm Jonathan Reese, co-producer and audio editor, and here's the trailer.
And stay tuned after the trailer to sit down and chat with us.
My name is Holly Jensen. My best friend, Callie, tried to cheer me up with a game of stupid prank phone calls. Broken man answered. He broke in, stole my address book, and he killed all of my friends. He left each one of them a rose. We fought. I stabbed him 15 times. Raymond Hummel is dead.
Back it up like that, yes sir. Oh baby, want some more baby. I love the way you do it, cause you do it so crazy.
Okay guys, welcome back to Cinema Couch, and today I am joined by the cast of Intrusion Disconnected. Hi guys.
Hi!
So, when did you write this project, and how long did it take to get off the ground?
It's been a long process. Back in 2008, you have the DVD.
Yes.
Back in 2008, we actually came out with a small independent movie called Intrusion, which it's went on and done well and stuff, and it's played different theaters and stuff out of state. Played at a lot of festivals and stuff like that. And it starred Katie Stewart, Teresa Lawrence, and Lee Haycraft. Katie Stewart right here.
Yeah, well, that name sounds familiar.
And it was kind of like a small indie stalker mixed with drama, because I was really interested to see if you could take drama and mix it with the horror genre and how people would respond to it, because I got sick of the silly stuff that you see and the cliches that happen over and over again in horror films, and it went really well. So now, pretty much after we got done with that film and it did well and stuff, I came up with this really interesting idea to kind of extend that, but also serve as kind of its own film where you would still have some of those characters, but something that's really never been done in the horror genre before, as far as plot and just really big psychological horror thriller. And I really wanted to not just make an indie film that was another stalker type movie, but something that would really raise the bar, not just for indie films, but also for mainstream. So I mean, we have a cast of over 50 people for Intrusion Disconnected now.
Oh wow.
Had a crew of over 30 people, 18 different locations. By the end of the film, there's over 20 murders, and it's not just your typical party, like a bunch of people get killed at one time. It's literally every other scene to the film, and then once it gets to the halfway point, it's just this huge ending that I think is going to be unlike anything you've ever seen before. Because I mean, my favorite films personally are Poltergeist, Jaws, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. And I love the character-driven stuff. So, I mean, that's pretty much what we were aiming for with this, just to set out to make another classic that gets everybody talking, that everybody will love.
The first Intrusion, how long ago was this made?
It actually came out in 2008, and ended up going to DVD. You can get it off of Amazon, and you can actually get it off our fundraiser page and stuff that we're doing now too. And it's got a lot of other cool stuff on there. A short film by the director of Intrusion Disconnected, some commentary behind the scenes. We've pretty much just loaded it up with special features, so there's some cool stuff there. But the thing about the first Intrusion, Intrusion Disconnected, you'll get the gist from the start. I mean, you don't have to see the film before that. You don't have to see Intrusion to get what's going on. I'm not going to throw prior scenes and stuff in your face. because it's completely its its own film. But the people that do see the first film are going to get even more out of it. There's going to be some additional stuff there that kind of connects with the first one too. So, Intrusion Disconnected, I actually wrote the first draft back in 2010. I went on to win Best Screenplay. Got 5 out of 5 reviews for it. Got fantastic reviews from critics, just really harsh critics that I sent it to. I knew that are good friends, but I knew they would completely tear the script apart if they didn't like it. And that's what I wanted. I wanted, to let me know if I needed to change something, let me know what didn't work. And so, yeah, I mean, 15, 20 drafts later, I mean, here we are. And
I just want to throw in there real quickly, with every draft that he made, it got better and better and better and better.
Okay.
So it's like top-notch, fantastical.
we I actually got two phone calls. Well, I heard a couple different things. I heard from my lead actress, Katie Stewart. I heard she said 2 things after she read the script. She said when you told me I was going to basically be emotional and crying and screaming in every scene, she goes, I didn't think you meant every single scene. So I mean, it's really there's that many just crazy performances and stuff throughout, just really dramatic, great acting and stuff, and that's what we were aiming for with the cast. And then she also asked me who was going to pay her hospital bills after it was over because of all the the crazy stunt work and stuff. And we don't, we're using our actors for those stunt scenes, and we're doing some just crazy stuff. I had another actress that read the script and called me on my answer machine and just cursing me, just cussing me out about everything. And I was like, what is going on? But then at the end of it, she was praising me for the script. And my wife heard it and asked me, she was like, what was going on there? Basically what it was she read the script and it was so good she didn't want to put it down. So she was kind of not very bright, and she took it with her while she was driving, which I don't recommend, and was almost creamed by a semi because she said she just couldn't put the script down, but she had to be somewhere at the time. So I guess that's a compliment.
So your script can cause car accidents. Okay, that's a good script right there. Okay, I like that. So Katie, you were in the first Intrusion as well.
Yes.
So tell us, was this a completely different experience in the first, or was it exactly the same? Like, did you feel like you were just reunited with everybody and everything went well and smooth, or was this like a whole different type of film for a movie?
This is a whole different ballgame. I mean, this is completely different. The first Intrusion, I had a blast making it and made lifelong friends and family out of it. But the first one, as much as I enjoyed it and as good as it is, when I read the script for this one, I was like, okay, the first one I just did a little bit of stunt stuff. This one, like he said, who's going to pay my hospital bills? Because I'm not kidding. Like, with everything that we have filmed, I've walked away bruised at some point.
Oh, wow.
The last shoot that we did, there was about 3 days where I had to be there every day, and every day there was like jumping and being picked up and hitting stuff and slamming stuff and one thing after another. I went to work and people were like, oh my God, what happened? I was bruised, like arms and everything. So it's a totally different ballgame in that sense as far as the stunt work. But emotionally, this film, I've done a lot of drama and a lot of emotion, and this film,
I can't think of another horror film that's out there with this many emotional scenes.
There's really not. I mean,
Really?
when he says, as far as like, when I said I didn't think I was going to be screaming and crying and stuff like that through the whole thing, I am. But at the same time, it's not like your typical like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, screaming and crying type stuff. This is real, like, emotion, real background as far as what this serial killer has done to her in the past and what he's doing again now. And it's a totally different ballgame as far as pulling that emotion out as an actor. It was very difficult.
We really want you to care about the characters and stuff in this film. I think it's one of the things we all miss is when something happens to somebody in a horror film, it's went from you rooting for the character to the only thing that's pretty much left for a lot of horror films that are out there now is everybody's like, get him, just because the character is such an idiot. That's the only thing to get excited about. They're kind of like fun, drinking, movies.
I will say one thing though. I am at no point in time in this film am I running through the woods in heels.
No, okay, that's good. That's
That does that. I refuse to do that in any film. I may do some stupid stuff, but that's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm going to take the heels off before I take off running.
If somebody falls down, it's because they're thrown down, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. So Jonathan, you guys have a campaign going on right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us all about your campaign. Like when does it end? How can we donate? Like where can we find you guys to like see everything we want to see and give you guys some money to make this movie happen?
Probably answer this better than I could.
Well, I mean, the easiest thing to do is just go to the website. Go to
IntrusionDisconnected.com.
That's in the link below.
You'll see it right on there. You'll see it at the top of the page, and you can just click on it.
Okay.
We have about 6 days left before the fundraiser ends, but we'll actually have another one going up after that. There's a lot of cool perks and stuff that people have got from this, such as Tiffany Shepis' shirt that she wore in Scream Queen Tiffany Shepis, which is one of the scariest scenes of the film, I think. It's really, really a great scene, and so there's kind of, some purpose to that scene. And
There's a lot of other things too. I mean, you can get copies of the first film. There's a lot of different perks, posters, thank you credits, a lot of different stuff. So you have to go to the website, go to the fundraiser page, which is on Indiegogo.com, and read it all. And donate a few bucks. I mean, everybody can donate a few bucks. Even you can donate a few bucks.
Yeah, I'll donate some bucks. Yeah, it's not gonna kill you guys. Just donate some few bucks. Yeah. Yeah, no worries on that.
And the next one though, the next fundraiser is going to be on FundMe. Is that what it was?
We're still looking to trying to decide which one we're actually going to go for, but it will be up on the website when the other one ends. We're trying to come up with some really cool perks and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it would be awesome if if your fans and audience and stuff, if they want to shoot us an email, intrusionmovie@yahoo.com. I mean, you guys let me know what you want. How much you would pay for a perk? What do you want to see? You want to see T-shirts? You want to see? There is one really cool thing that I'm excited about though that we're going to put up. If anybody wants to email me, I mean, we're looking for investors. We're looking for people for product placement, all that kind of stuff. But we have a slot that's actually just opened up. We already have a thing up for one of the perks is where you can get an executive producer credit. But one of the things that we're going to add to that for the next fundraiser. We're still deciding on the cost and all that kind of stuff. We're going to throw in a bunch of other cool stuff. Corey Feldman has signed on to the film, and he has this awesome supporting role for the movie.
So that's an interesting time. So you guys got Corey Feldman signed on to film. So that means the script must be called The Traffic Traumas because
that particular part, there's a supporting part that's really cool to the movie that has him and it has Katie Stewart, our lead actress. And that's going to be open for the taking. So if anybody's interested in basically putting up some money to be in that scene, then we can fly you in a couple of days early, all that kind of stuff, and work with you to make sure you're up to par because we want, of course, we want the scene to be great and stuff, and so you get to work with Corey Feldman, and we already have distributors want to pick up the film. We've talked to theaters and stuff that are interested in playing it and stuff. So and we're doing media for the U.S., but we're also doing it for the U.K. and just all over the place. We have one actor actually coming in from Belgium. Mm-hmm. We have people coming in from all over the place, including our cast. I mean, we have cast from everywhere. Just shoot me an email. Let me know if you're interested, and what kind of perks and stuff do you guys want to see.
Okay, very cool. So if I remember correctly. I heard that this film was shot in an interesting place. Where did you guys film this? Where did you guys film the scenes that you filmed already?
You want to take it?
Oh, we have filmed a lot of places, but I mean, obviously Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, which is where we're from. So the entire movie is filmed here in Kentucky.
That's a very interesting place because there's very few films I can think of that have been filmed in Kentucky. So this is going to put a whole different feel on your surroundings, and it sounds really cool. It sounds very.
That's one of the things that I mentioned to you in the email. How challenging that's been to film something like that here, because I mean we've shut streets down and everything else.
Right.
literally at first we had we had to let the people in the neighborhood know we were filming for the permit, all that kind of stuff, just to give them a heads up and keep everything safe. And at first we had people calling us liars and slamming the door in our faces and stuff, and they just could, they're like, yeah, right, people don't make movies in Louisville and Kentucky. And, but after we filmed, we drew a huge crowd. We had some news crews and stuff come by and check it out and stuff and ask us about it, and I was really impressed with everything. Got scaffolding and stuff for the scene and all kinds of stuff, and so we had to do some pickup shots, and I was like, oh great, so here we go again. So went to go knock on the doors and stuff again, just completely different response. People were freaking out. When's it going to be? We want to come by and check it out. It looks so awesome. And
we had an audience.
You must have audience because nobody used to seeing this, right?
Thinking there was a real murder on the street,
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, cops came by at one point. We had the street shut down. There were cops on both ends to completely shut the street down. But there were a few people that didn't really know. I can't give you what the scene is. You just got to watch the movie. But they thought that there was really
a lot of screaming,
a murder
and
that had
crying
taken
and
place, and
wow.
screaming in the middle of the street. And so yeah, there was cops that came. They're like, "What's going on?" After they found out, they stopped and watched. So it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's. I tell you what, though. You know what? There may not have been a whole lot that's come out of Louisville, Kentucky. There has been some other great things that have come out as well. But there is even more on the way besides ours. This state is really picking up as far as the film industry goes, and there's going to be a lot of blockbusters coming out of this
She has
state.
another film that recently went to DVD called Overtime. You can check it out, overtimethemovie.com.
It got national distribution.
And you guys
Very
get how many
cool.
awards for that?
Oh gosh, we got 11 awards at the first convention that we went to with it, which was at Fright Night. We cleaned up, got 11 awards,
11
and
awards, wow.
got national distribution out of it, and you can get it now at Walmart, Amazon.
Al
lot of
Snow
local
is in
stores.
it. Sabrina Siegel, who is one of my other supporting roles for the movie. Christina Mullins, who's also in my film. My makeup crew also worked on that. Sean Sanders, who's also Saunders, I'm sorry.
Sean Saunders. Yes, so there's a lot of amazing talent in this state, and movie-wise, you're not going to get a whole lot better still.
Okay, very cool. So you guys have a lot of experience in this horror, kind of scary suspense movie genre. Yeah.
I mean, there's basically a reason why. We had Tiffany Shepis and Corey Feldman come on board to begin with, was because Tiffany was talking about how she basically gets 20, 30 scripts a month, and how it just really caught her interest. Because in the film, she actually plays a therapist of the lead actress, Katie, and
I like how you keep saying that. I like how you said Katie, right here. Okay, continue.
But also Corey, he's still expensive. I mean, no doubt with that. But they generally basically wanted a whole lot more money to do the film to begin with, and you got to go through the managers and the agents and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But they were so impressed with everything, they jumped on board. And it's going to be a really awesome role for him and Katie to get to work together too, because I think it's one of his more serious roles that you've seen him in for a long time. I mean, movies like Stand By Me and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be probably his most serious role to date. Something that's going to be different that a lot of people haven't seen him in yet, which I'm really excited. It's going to be both really dramatic and really scary and suspenseful too. So
Very cool, very cool. Give us a synopsis of what the film's about.
It takes place a year after the murders and the first experiences that Holly had gone through, and this is a year later, and she's recuperating. She's coping with all that had happened, and right as she starts to get a little bit better, bad things start happening again. People start disappearing or being hurt, and you don't really know exactly what's going on because the killer is dead? Or is he not?
Or is he
You
not?
don't really know because so much starts going on. So the whole film is pretty much at that point it's about Holly's Holly's survival and Holly's what's the word I'm thinking of?
You have people, which I thought was really interesting when I wrote the script, and I was even more excited when I found out how dead on it actually was when I started researching everything for this one.
Okay.
The first film's basically a slasher film, and you have the drama and stuff thrown in, and you have the boyfriend trying to get back into her life and that type of thing. And it's a really cool film, got an awesome ending and stuff to it. But I wasn't interested in just doing another rehash and stuff. And even Katie, when I told her I come up with this really cool idea to make another one, she was like, and I had a couple other people tell me the same thing. Why would you make another one to that? Where could you go with that? Especially with the ending of the first one, it kind of...
You wouldn't think with the ending of the first one that you could really have a second one.
Yeah, I mean, it don't really leave it open for another one. So I come up with this really cool idea that I thought was interesting, where when something like that happens to people and they have everyone killed around them, they a lot of them, especially people in general that have everybody murdered and have to go through that trauma, they suffer from post-traumatic stress. So I thought it was even more interesting to have the Holly Jensen character start out where you left her from the end of the first film, which is borderline insane, basically, trying to recover from everything that's happened to her. I mean, she's just trying to get it together in her head and move on. And everybody's kind of telling her to move on. Everything's going to be fine. Well, the killer is assumed to be dead.
Right.
But when bodies and stuff start dropping off again, and you have this lead of the film, the heroine of the film,
who's insane.
Who nobody quite thinks.
Now, real quick, this is the same actor that was in the first film that played the killer, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we're the same. Lee Haycrafts.
Lee Haycrafts. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Who was very, very scary. So, you have her losing the stability, and you have him coming back for the film. But the question is, I mean, it's basically just a huge mind.
It's a mind game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really psychological. There's a lot of twists and stuff going on, and the fun part about this when I wrote it is just kind of playing with the audience. And one of the things that I love about the script is all of the cast and stuff for the film, their favorite parts, so the film, their favorite scary parts and suspense scenes, they all have different ones. Usually you watch a film and, it's one or two parts that everybody's talking about, I think, and I really set out to make them be, several, just so many scares in the film. And first film I really wasn't aiming for that. This one I was basically said when I wrote the script, I want everybody to jump at least once by the time they're through with this film. Okay. And I don't want to go for the, cliche two-shot stuff where you see, the close-up of a person and then you see the full shot and somebody touch them on the shoulder or whatever. Right. I mean, that's, where somebody pops into frame. I come up with stuff that I think's never been done before. I mean, there's some really, really cool stuff, and we didn't want to have Lee Haycraft just popping out of the closet and that kind of stuff again. But yeah, I mean, the interesting part is you have this character, you have Holly Jensen in the film, and you're supposed to be rooting for her, but she's, half whacked out of her mind. And so yeah, I mean, it's a really crazy ride. I mean, we have I think 50-something scenes to the film and 73 lighting setups. I mean, that's one of the reasons it's taken us a couple years to do it. Right, like I said, we have over 50 cast members, and majority of them are, supporting roles to the film too. Right. And we give everybody plenty of, we have, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is we have a 9-year-old Alex Amaya. We have Cody Cheyenne, who is an amazing actress that was 13 when she filmed. She's worked with Julianne Moore. It's got another really popular indie film coming out soon. It's getting a bunch of praise. And I don't think you see a lot of slasher films where you see them being chased by the killer that 9 and 13-year-old kids.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot. So
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
they're fantastic actors too. So I mean, no no holds bars on this. There is no cliche stuff. I hope in this when people watch it, I don't think they'll see what's coming.
It has a lot of new stuff to it, and it's extremely character driven and grounded. So it's just going to be a very, very interesting and fun and thrilling movie to watch.
I went back and watched all of these horror films and basically tried to stay on point. If this had happened, let's make sure it don't happen again. Let's do something completely different with that. And I mean that was the funnest thing about it, was because you leave the audience to think they know where it's going, and then you do something completely fresh. And so I mean that's what was challenging about it, was coming up with something new for every scene to make it scary and new, and get everybody talking about it. And I think it's definitely going to have some scenes in there that will get people talking. So
Very cool. Well, I'm excited. I want to see this film already. I want to see this made. I want to see it.
and the cool part I want to say is if you think it's one of those movies where you watch the trailer and we're giving away all the good parts, not even close.
Not even close?
So you have cast of over 50. I mean, we're barely giving away anything. It's gonna, like I said, every other scene is pretty much a murder or suspense scene to the movie. So there's a lot in there. So we're excited.
If you guys are interested in adding to making your cast instead of 50, 51, I can die pretty good, and I'm willing to go with that. Louisiana.
Put up some money, honey, then you could be in the scene with me and Corey.
There we go. Okay, so I'm about to start my own campaign for that.
There you
I
go.
will help you.
Very cool. Very
Put
cool.
Corey up and everything.
I do want to mention also, though, that Two Pump Chump is a local band out of Kentucky,
Okay.
Louisville, Kentucky. They did the soundtrack for the first film,
Ooh.
and they are also doing the soundtrack for this film. So we would like everybody to go check out their websites, www.twopumpchump.com. They do music for films as well. And
They're getting ready to release the new album too with the song.
yes,
on there.
and they did just release a new album with the title track for this film on that album,
which I really,
which will be
really
out
like.
in,
It's a really awesome song. So.
which will be out in November 17th, I believe. And in the meantime, please go check out my website, www.katiestewartactress.com. Please keep up with the film, intrusindisconnected.com, and we'll get you all the info. And like he said, send us messages. Let us know what you want to see.
Yeah, let them know, guys. Send them messages. Okay, well, on behalf of the Cinema Couch, I'd like to thank you guys for coming. It was great having you here. We wish you all the support, and we hope that everybody goes to all the links below and checks out Katie's website, Intrusion's website, and even the band's website's down there, too. So go check them out. Go donate. Help them out. So get this movie made. And thank you guys so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, see you guys later. Bye.
Some more, baby. I love the way you do it, 'cause you do it so crazy.